Hi everyone. Hi guys, this is Sheetal Chaudhary, your accounts master teacher, and I welcome you all to Vedantu Commerce. We all are here for a better future. So wishing you all a very happy Mahashivratri. सबको हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं महाशिवरात्रि की. So let's start this session now with some positive vibes, with some positive thoughts. Before that, let me tell you that this is class 12th accountancy session. So guys, this is your today's schedule. After my session, you will be having your economic session with Neha ma'am at 7 p.m. And if you guys are new to this channel, then please take a moment to subscribe to our channel, and also don't forget to like this video and share this with your friends. For upcoming notes and session, you may join us on Telegram. The group of the name is Vedantu Commerce. In this group, we will be providing you all the notes in the PDF form. So go and join this Telegram group ASAP. And the most important thing, if you guys want to learn beyond the horizon, then you can take Vedantu Commerce Pro Subscription, in which we are providing you more than 2,000 hours of live online classes. In this Pro Subscription, you can watch unlimited live classes of all the subjects, whether it is accounts, economics, maths, or business studies. Along with that, we are a pool of 10 plus teachers having more than 5 years of experience. So highly qualified teachers आपको पढ़ाएंगे, highly experienced teachers will be teaching you, and you can also learn a lot from their experience. And the most important thing, all these teachers will work on individual student. We will work on individual student and their weakness so that you can score good marks in your exam. We will also provide you tests. We will also provide you assignments containing thousands of questions, which is not available on YouTube. So if you are searching for all these features, go and take the Pro subscription right now. The actual price of this Pro subscription is $3,499 for 1 month. But right now, you can avail this for only $2,799 because we are providing 20% discount to you. So go and take this Pro subscription right now at flat 20% discount by using my promo code SCPRO and enjoy all the benefits to score good marks. Now starting the today's session, today we are going to do the chapter Accounting for Share Capital. And as you guys know that this is the most scoring chapter. Share Capital and NPO दो ऐसे chapter है जो सबसे ज़्यादा marks contain करते हैं. Yesterday we have discussed the journal entry and the treatment of 4 feature. Today we are going to discuss 2 comprehensive questions that may come in your boards exam. तो आज हम लोग बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट 2 क्वेश्चन करने वाले हैं and they will be comprehensive question. So now let's start with revision and how to solve sums of issue of shares. तो बिना किसी देरी को क्लास को स्टार्ट करते हैं. अगर आप लोगों ने कल वाली वीडियो नहीं देखी है, कल वाली क्लास नहीं देखी है, then do watch that video because it was important session. Now let's see कि हमारा आज का पहला क्वेश्चन क्या है. So आपको दिख रहा होगा क्वेश्चन के नीचे that this was asked in All India 2012. ये क्वेश्चन आपके बोर्ड्स में आ चुका है, मतलब दोबारा भी आ सकता है. तो let's start this question. First of all, we will read the question carefully. सबसे पहले क्वेश्चन को पढ़ेंगे पूरा, उसके बाद हम लोग जर्नल एंट्री स्टार्ट करेंगे. RK Limited invited application for issuing 70,000 equity shares. कितने शेयर्स इशू करे कंपनी ने? 70,000. The nominal value is ₹10. The face value is ₹10. But the shares are issued at a premium of 35 per share. आप 100 वाला शेयर 35 प्रीमियम पर इशू कर रहे हो, मतलब अब शेयर कितने का इशू हुआ है? 135 रुपीज का. Now the issue price is 135. Hi Ujjwal. The amount was payable as follows. ऐसे ऐसे हम लोग पैसे मांगेंगे. On application, you will call up 15 per share. Application we are asking 15 rupees including 12 rupees premium. मतलब टोटल एप्लीकेशन पे है 15 रुपए. तो मैं यहाँ इसको यहाँ बनाती हूँ 100, 35, 135. एप्लीकेशन पे कितने रुपए हैं? 15 रुपए टोटल. Total 15 rupees is asked on application, out of which 12 rupees is premium. आपने एप्लीकेशन पे मांगे 15 रुपए, जिसमें से 12 रुपए किसके हैं? प्रीमियम के हैं. It means the balance 3 rupees is the nominal value. फेस वैल्यू में से कितना आया है? सिर्फ 3 आया है. The nominal, the face value is 10, so it will be 45. मैंने उसको फेस वैल्यू को बाय मिस्टेक 100 लिख दिया. फेस वैल्यू इज 10. 10 संकल्प, it is 10. So face value is 10, 35 rupees premium. Now the issue price is 45, not 135. मैंने वो गलती कर दी थी, तो अब इशू प्राइस क्या है? 45 रुपीज. आपने एप्लीकेशन पे कितने मांगे? 15 rupees, out of which 12 is premium and 3 rupees is nominal value. आगे, on allotment ₹10 per share including 8 rupees premium. Allotment पे हमने मांगे, total money received on allotment is 10, out of which 8 rupees is premium. So 10 minus 8, the nominal value, the face value on allotment is 2 rupees. टोटल अलॉटमेंट पे 10 रुपए आ रहे हैं, जिसमें से 8 रुपए क्या है? प्रीमियम है. तो बचे हुए 2 रुपए होंगे आपके फेस वैल्यू के. एंड ऑन द फर्स्ट एंड फाइनल कॉल यू आर आस्किंग द बैलेंस. जो बचा हुआ पैसा है वो आप लोग कब लोगे? फर्स्ट और फाइनल कॉल पर. मतलब फर्स्ट कॉल ही आपकी फाइनल कॉल है. चलिए, टोटल फेस वैल्यू इज ₹10. Total face value is ₹10, out of which 3 rupees is called up on application and 2 rupees is called up on allotment. So 10 minus 5, the balance of nominal value 5 rupees will be called up on first call. जो बची हुई आपकी नॉमिनल वैल्यू है 5 रुपए, वो कब लेंगे हम लोग? फर्स्ट कॉल के टाइम पर लेंगे. अब चलते हैं अगले की तरफ. The premium is total 35 rupees. Premium कितना है टोटल? 35 rupees, out of which 12 is called up on application and 8 is called up on allotment. 35 rupees प्रीमियम में से हम ऑलरेडी 20 रुपए कॉल्ड अप कर चुके हैं, तो बचा हुआ प्रीमियम 15 rupees will be called up on first call. तो इसका मतलब फर्स्ट कॉल पे कितने पैसे आएंगे? टोटल 20 rupees. 20 rupees will be called up on allotment, which includes 15 rupees premium and 5 rupees face value और nominal value. तो सबसे पहले क्वेश्चन को स्टार्ट करने से पहले हम लोग ये टेबल प्रिपेयर करेंगे कि एप्लीकेशन पे कितना पैसा आया, अलॉटमेंट पे कितना आया और फर्स्ट कॉल पे कितना आया. अगर आप लोग ये नहीं बनाओगे तो बहुत बड़ी गलती हो जाएगी आपकी एंट्रीज में. So first step is to prepare this table showing the value. अब पढ़ते हैं अगला point. Now coming on to the next point. Application for 65,000 shares were received. How many shares were issued? 70,000. कितने shares issue करे थे हमने? 70,000. लेकिन applications कितनी आई? सिर्फ 65,000. So this is under subscription. shares subscribed by the public are less than the issued shares. Public ने कम subscription लिया तो ये क्या है, under subscription. And allotment was made to all the applicant. क्योंकि आपने 70,000 इशू करे हैं, this is under subscription, तो सबको क्या दे दिए, आपने shares allot कर दिए. Next, a shareholder Ram, who was allotted 2,000 shares, failed to pay the allotment money. आपका कोई शेयर होल्डर है राम, जिसके पास कितने शेयर्स हैं, 2000. He is not paying the allotment money and his shares were forfeited immediately after allotment. अलॉटमेंट के बाद ही आपने उससे शेयर छीन लिए और आपने क्या कर दिया, forfeiture कर दिया. So now we will solve the question till this. पहले यहां तक क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करेंगे, उसके बाद we will read the next point. Let's start this question. First entry will be bank account debit to equity share application. पहली एंट्री क्या होगी, बैंक अकाउंट डेबिट टू इक्विटी शेयर एप्लीकेशन. कितनी एप्लीकेशंस रिसीव्ड हुई, कितने शेयर्स आपने इशू करे, 65,000. Because applications were received for only 65,000 shares. So application का पैसा किस पे आएगा, 65 पे, not on 70,000. So you will ignore 70,000. There is no use of 70,000. कुछ लेना देना नहीं है 70,000 से, क्योंकि एप्लीकेशंस कितनी आई, 65,000. शेयर्स कितने होल्डर्स को दिए, 65,000. So first entry will be bank account debit to equity share application, 65,000 shares multiplied by application money, 15 rupees. So this will be your first entry, bank account debit to equity share application, 65,000 multiplied by 15, 9,75,000 and 9,75,000. Hi Chandni. Now the application money will be transferred to equity share capital. But at the time of application there is premium also. Application के time पे 12 रुपए premium भी है. So second entry, the entry for application money due will be application debit, equity share application debit to equity share capital to securities premium reserve. जब आप equity share application को debit करोगे, you will transfer the full amount there. 65,000 multiplied by 15. यहाँ पर full amount लिखेंगे. The total money of application 15 rupees. But when you will credit equity share capital, जब आप equity share capital को credit करोगे, तब आप सिर्फ nominal value 3 rupees लिखोगे. In equity share capital, we only write down the face value or nominal value. So to equity share capital, 65,000 multiplied by 3. And in securities premium, you will credit the amount of premium. So to securities premium reserve, 65,000 multiplied by 12. तो ये दो एंट्रीज हुई हमारी एप्लीकेशन की. After the application, allotment money will first become due and then you will receive application money, allotment money. तो allotment money पहले due होता है, उसके बाद receive होता है. Allotment will also be due on how many shares? 65,000 shares. क्योंकि आपने allotment कितने shares को करी है? 65,000. Allotment was made to all the applicant. सबको आपने shares allot करे, तो allotment की entry भी किससे होगी? 65,000 shares से. So first the entry for allotment due. The entry for allotment money due will be share allotment debit to share capital to SPR, equity share allotment debit 2 equity share capital, 2 securities premium reserve. शेयर अलॉटमेंट में टोटल कितना पैसा था? 10 rupees. So 65,000 multiplied by 10. 65,000 multiplied by 10. In the equity share capital, you will only credit face value. Face value, nominal value at the time of allotment is only 2 rupees because 8 rupees is premium. So 65,000 multiplied by 2 in share capital and the premium 65,000 multiplied by 8 in securities premium reserve. In securities premium reserve. Hey Manth, this is class 12 session. I can't take your doubts now. You can ask it tomorrow at 4 p.m. So equity share allotment debit 65,000 multiplied by 10. 2 equity share capital 65,000 multiplied by face value 2. 2 securities premium 65,000 multiplied by premium 8 rupees. After that, the most important entry, we will receive the allotment money, and at the time of allotment, Ram, who was allotted 2,000 shares, failed to pay the allotment money. तो जब आपने अलॉटमेंट का पैसा मांगा तो राम ने आपको 2,000 शेयर्स पे अलॉटमेंट नहीं पे करी. तो अब अलॉटमेंट नहीं आ रही तो एंट्री क्या होगी? एंट्री विल बी सेम. बैंक अकाउंट डेबिट टू इक्विटी शेयर अलॉटमेंट. अलॉटमेंट के टाइम पर हम लोग कॉल्स इन एरियर्स डेबिट नहीं करते. अलॉटमेंट के टाइम पे यू विल डायरेक्टली सब्ट्रैक्ट. So amount receivable on allotment. Amount receivable on allotment is 65,000 multiplied by 10, 6,50,000. कितना पैसा आना है allotment पे? 6,50,000. But there are arrears of 2,000 shares at the rupees 10. 2,000 शेयर्स पे राम आपको 10 रुपए नहीं दे रहा. मतलब राम कितने पैसे नहीं दे रहा? 20,000. There are arrears at the time of allotment of rupees 20,000. तो क्या करेंगे? आप डायरेक्टली माइनस कर देंगे 20,000. 650 minus 20, the final amount you will record in this 6,30,000. 6,30,000. बैंक अकाउंट डेबिट टू इक्विटी शेयर अलॉटमेंट कितनी अमाउंट रिसीव हुई? 6,30,000. ये हमारी अलॉटमेंट की एंट्री हो गई. नाउ इमीडिएटली दीज शेयर्स वर forfeited. अलॉटमेंट के बाद ही हमने इन शेयर्स को क्या कर दिया? forfeited कर दिया, कैंसिल कर दिया. अलॉटमेंट के टाइम पे जो राम हमें पैसा नहीं दे रहा था, राम ने हमें प्रीमियम भी पे नहीं करा था. सो राम ने जो 2,000 पे 10 रुपए नहीं दिए, उस 10 में 8 रुपए प्रीमियम भी नहीं आया था. सो देयर इज प्रीमियम ऑल्सो एंड देयरफॉर द जर्नल एंट्री विल बी इक्विटी शेयर कैपिटल डेबिट, securities premium debit because premium is also not received, to share allotment, allotment is not received, to share forfeiture, the amount received on these shares, the amount received on these shares. Now in equity share capital you will debit the called up amount. आप इक्विटी शेयर कैपिटल में कॉल्ड अप अमाउंट लिखते हो तो 3 रुपए फेस वैल्यू थी एप्लीकेशन पे, 2 रुपए फेस वैल्यू थी अलॉटमेंट पे. तो हमने अभी तक क्या कॉल किया है? सिर्फ एप्लीकेशन एंड अलॉटमेंट. हमने फर्स्ट कॉल तो नहीं मांगी ना. तो कॉल्ड अप अमाउंट कितनी है? 5 रुपीज. 3 रुपीज नॉमिनल वैल्यू ऑफ एप्लीकेशन एंड 2 रुपीज फेस वैल्यू नॉमिनल वैल्यू ऑफ अलॉटमेंट. सो इक्विटी शेयर कैपिटल डेबिट 2,000 शेयर्स हमने कैंसिल करे. कॉल्ड अप अमाउंट फेस वैल्यू कॉल्ड अप इज 5 रुपीज. फेस वैल्यू कितनी कॉल्ड अप है? सिर्फ 5 रुपए, क्योंकि बाकी 5 हम फर्स्ट कॉल पे मांगेंगे. देन सिक्योरिटीज प्रीमियम डेबिट 2,000 रुपए पे राम आपको 8 रुपए प्रीमियम पे नहीं कर रहा. सो 2,000 मल्टीप्लाइड बाय अमाउंट ऑफ प्रीमियम 8 रुपीज. देन The amount not received on allotment, तो 2 इक्विटी शेयर अलॉटमेंट, 2000 शेयर्स पे आपको अलॉटमेंट के 10 रुपए नहीं मिले हैं. So 2 share allotment, 2000 multiplied by 10, it will be 20,000. 2 share forfeiture, the face value received on these shares. कितनी फेस वैल्यू आपको इन शेयर्स पे मिल चुकी है. तो राम ने हमें अलॉटमेंट पे नहीं करी, लेकिन उसने हमें एप्लीकेशन पे कर दी है. राम ने हमें अलॉटमेंट ही तो नहीं पे करी, लेकिन उसने एप्लीकेशन पे कर दी, और एप्लीकेशन पे फेस वैल्यू कितनी है, 3 रुपए. सो 2 शेयर फॉरफीचर, 2000 मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 3, 2000 शेयर्स पे हमें 3 रुपए फेस वैल्यू मिल चुकी है. तो 2 share forfeiture 6,000. 2 share forfeiture 6,000. So this will be your journal entry for forfeiture. Equity share capital debit 10,000. Securities premium reserve debit 16,000. 2 forfeited share 6,000. 2 equity share allotment 80,000. ये आपकी क्या हुई, forfeiture की एंट्री, जो आपने राम के शेयर्स forfeiture करे. अब hi full marks, after the allotment we will pass the journal entry for first call due. किसकी journal entry pass होगी, first call due की. The journal entry should be share first call account debit to share capital account to securities premium reserve account. The total money on first call is 20 rupees. The total amount on first call is 20 rupees. 15 rupees is premium and 5 rupees is nominal value. टोटल पैसे कितने हैं फर्स्ट कॉल पे, 20 रुपए, जिसमें से 15 प्रीमियम है और 5 रुपए नॉमिनल फेस वैल्यू है. नाउ who will tell me that first call will become due on how many shares? First call will become due on how many shares? कितने shares पे first call due होगी, कौन बताएगा मुझे? You will multiply 25 and 15 with how many shares? आपने कितने को shares allot किए थे? Shares were allotted to 65,000. Application for 65,000 shares were received. So first call will become due on how many shares? So now this is most important. हमने shares allot करे थे to the applicants of 65,000. We have allotted shares to the applicant of 65,000. But after allotment, you have forfeited 2,000 shares. आपने allotment के बाद forfeiture कर दिया 2,000 shares का. So now public has only 63,000 shares. अब पब्लिक के पास कितने शेयर्स हैं, सिर्फ 63,000, क्योंकि आपने री इशू नहीं किया, आपने सिर्फ अलॉटमेंट के बाद फॉरफीचर कर दिया, आपने पब्लिक से 2000 शेयर्स छीन लिए. तो अब पब्लिक के पास कितने शेयर्स हैं, 63,000. So now the first call will be due on 63,000. First call will become due on 63,000 shares. So equity first and final call debit, 63,000 multiplied by 20. 2 equity share capital, 63,000 multiplied by face value 5 rupees. 2 SPR, 63,000 multiplied by premium 15 rupees. And most of the students will make this mistake of writing here 65,000 shares. बहुत सारे बच्चे यहाँ पर 65,000 लिख के आएंगे और वही क्वेश्चन क्या हो जाएगा, गलत हो जाएगा. So make sure that if you are forfeiting the shares in between, then the first call, the next call will become due on remaining shares. तो जो भी फर्स्ट कॉल फाइनल कॉल ड्यू होगी वो रिमेनिंग शेयर्स पे होगी, आप forfeited शेयर्स को माइनस कर दोगे. ओके, फुल मार्क्स. नाउ फर्स्ट कॉल ड्यू हो गई. आफ्टर फर्स्ट कॉल ड्यू यू विल रिसीव दी फर्स्ट कॉल मनी. फर्स्ट कॉल का पैसा लेंगे. अब क्वेश्चन में बोला है आफ्टर द फर्स्ट एंड फाइनल कॉल वॉज मेड. जैसे ही आपने फर्स्ट कॉल मांगी, सोहन हु हैड 3000 शेयर्स फेल टू पे द फर्स्ट एंड फाइनल कॉल. सोहन जिसके पास 3000 शेयर्स थे, उसने आपको फर्स्ट एंड फाइनल कॉल पे नहीं करी. So there are calls in arrears at the time of first and final call on 3000 shares. And his shares were also forfeited. उसके shares भी क्या कर दिए हमने? Forfeited कर दिए. तो चलते हैं journal entry पर. You will directly subtract the amount of calls in arrears. Directly क्या कर देंगे? Minus कर देंगे. The amount receivable on first call is 63,000 multiplied by 20. इतना पैसा आना है अलॉट फर्स्ट कॉल पे. 63,000 multiplied by 20, 12,60,000. This is the amount receivable on first call. But there are calls in arrears on 3,000 shares. You are not receiving 20 rupees first call on 3,000 share. So there are calls in arrears of 60,000. तो आपको 12,60,000 रुपए में से 60,000 रुपए नहीं मिल रहे. Out of 12,60,000 rupees, 60,000 are calls in arrear. So amount received on first call will be 12 lakh. Amount received on first call will be 12 lakh. Bank account debit to equity share first and final call 12 lakh rupees. Hi Vikas. And after receiving the first call money, what we will do? We will forfeit these shares. इन shares को हम लोग छीन लेंगे और क्या कर देंगे? Cancel कर देंगे. So the journal entry for cancellation will be equity share capital debit, securities premium reserve debit, 2 share first call, 2 share forfeiture. Equity share capital debit, securities premium reserve debit, 2 forfeited share, 2 equity share first call. So कितने shares हम लोग cancel कर रहे हैं? 3,000 shares. How many shares are forfeited? 3,000. In share capital you will debit the called up face value. Now the full amount is called up. Full 10 rupees is called up. So equity share capital debit 3,000 multiplied by 10. Securities premium reserve debit. At the first call, at the time of first call, there is premium of 15 rupees. First call के time पे कितने रुपए का premium था? 15 रुपए. So your Sohan, your shareholder, is not paying premium of 15 rupees. So securities premium reserve debit 3,000 multiplied by 15. 2 share first call. First call कितने की receive नहीं हुई? 3,000 multiplied by 20. 2 equity share first call 3,000 multiplied by 20, and you will credit share forfeiture with the amount received. With the amount received. तो सोहन ने आपको फर्स्ट कॉल नहीं दी जिसकी फेस वैल्यू है 5 रुपए. सो सोहन इज नॉट पेइंग यू 5 रुपीज, बट उसने एप्लीकेशन एंड अलॉटमेंट पे कर दी है. सो उसने एप्लीकेशन पे कर दी 3 रुपए की, अलॉटमेंट पे कर दी 2 रुपए की. सो वी हैव रिसीव्ड 5 रुपीज ऑन दीज 3,000 शेयर्स. हमें 5 रुपए इन शेयर्स पे मिल चुके हैं. सो 3,000 मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 5. बिल्कुल देना चाहिए. नहीं दोगे तो आपका नुकसान है. आपको पता नहीं चलेगा कि बोर्ड का पेपर कैसे आएगा. आपको उससे मोटिवेशन मिलेगी, आप डिमोटिवेट नहीं होगे. आपको कम से कम ये तो रहेगा कि 1-2 क्वेश्चन भी आते थे तो आपको पता चल जाएगा कि पेपर कैसा आया था. नहीं दोगे तो दैट इज वेरी बैड. So this is the share forfeiture entry for the शेयर होल्डर्स जिसने फर्स्ट कॉल पे नहीं करी. नाउ वी हैव री इशूड 4000 शेयर्स. अब यहां पर हम लोग बनाएंगे वर्किंग नोट. तो हमने 2 बार शेयर फॉरफीचर करे. हमने 2 बार शेयर फॉरफीचर करे. एक करे थे हमने किसके, व्हाट वाज द नेम ऑफ दैट पर्सन, नाम याद नहीं है. We forfeited 2000 shares of someone and we forfeited 3000 shares of Sohan. We forfeited 2000 shares because the allotment money was not received, and we forfeited 3000 shares because first call was not received. After writing the shares forfeited, write down the gain of them. Write down the gain of the share. What do you mean by gain of the share? Gain means the amount received on these shares. Gain means the amount received on these shares. So the question was, Ram did not pay the allotment money and he was holding 2000 shares, and Sohan holding 3000 shares failed to pay the first call. So these are the shares of Ram. Ram 2000 shares were forfeited and Sohan 3000 shares were forfeited. Meghna, I don't have any idea about economic session. It might be at 5 or 7 p.m. So Ram के आपने 2000 शेयर कैंसिल करे, सोहन के आपने 3000 कैंसिल करे. Now what is the gain on these shares? To find out the gain, you will go to the entry of forfeiture. अगर आपको ये जानना है कि हमें इन शेयर्स पे कितना फायदा हुआ, तो आपको फॉरफीचर की एंट्री देखनी पड़ेगी. तो चलिए फॉरफीचर की एंट्री देखते हैं. When these 2000 shares were forfeited, the amount received on these shares is 6000. The amount received on 2000 shares is 6000. तो gain on these shares is 6000. इन shares का gain कितना है? 6000. And gain on 3000 shares. Gain on 3000 shares. When the 3000 shares were forfeited, the amount received on these shares is 15,000. The amount received on these shares is 15,000. So gain on 3000 shares is 15,000. Total shares forfeited are 5,000. Total shares forfeited are 5,000. But in the question, out of the forfeited shares, only 4,000 shares were reissued. आपने 5000 शेयर में से कितने शेयर रीइशू करे हैं? सिर्फ 4000. नाउ हाउ विल आई कम टू नो कि 4000 में कितने शेयर्स राम के हैं, कितने शेयर शाम के हैं? मुझे कैसे पता चलेगा कि 4000 में से कितने राम के रीइशू करे, कितने शाम के, सोहन के रीइशू करे? So it will be always given in the question. Out of these 4,000 shares reissued, the reissued shares included all the shares of Ram. The reissued shares included all the shares of Ram. So shares reissued are 4,000. Shares reissued are 4,000, out of which Ram, all these shares are reissued, 2,000. All these shares are reissued. Now the remaining 2,000 are reissued of Sohan. सोहन के जो आपने शेयर्स फॉरफीचर किए थे 3000, out of those only 2000 are reissued. Out of those only 2000 are reissued. नाउ आप लोग सोच रहे होंगे मैम ये टेबल क्यों बना रही है? Because we have to transfer the balance of share forfeiture to capital reserve. We have to transfer the balance of share forfeiture to capital reserve. So to find out that amount, I am preparing this working note. So now the full gain of RAM will be transferred to capital reserve. The full gain of Ram will be transferred to capital reserve because his full shares are reissued. राम का पूरा गेन कैपिटल रिजर्व में ट्रांसफर हो जाएगा क्योंकि उसके सारे शेयर्स री-इशूड हो गए हैं. लेकिन सोहन फुल शेयर्स आर नॉट री-इशूड. Out of 3,000, only 2,000 shares are reissued. So now how much amount will be transferred out of 15,000 to capital reserve? Out of 15,000 gain, how much gain will be transferred to capital reserve? So let's prepare a working note for this also. ये हमने कल बनाया था. We have done this yesterday. The total gain is 15,000. The total gain is 15,000. And it is on 3,000 shares. It is on 3,000 shares. So total gain divided by forfeited share. Gain per share is 5 rupees. Gain per share is 5 rupees. And we have to find out the gain on the reissued shares on 2,000. So per share gain is 5 rupees. 5 multiplied by 2,000, it will be 10,000. So out of 15,000, 10,000 will be transferred to capital reserve. 10,000 will be transferred to capital reserve, and this is the total amount 16,000 which will be transferred to capital reserve. ये total amount capital reserve में transfer हो जाएगी. So the journal entry will be share forfeiture account debit to capital reserve 16,000. Forfeited shares account debit to capital reserve 16,000. So this is the working note which is prepared for you, but I prefer this one because this is more clear. So you can prefer any one, this one or that one. आप कोई सा भी prefer कर सकते हो. And our question is complete now. हमारा एक question complete हो चुका है, and these types of question are asked in your boards exam. So now tell me, is this clear to everyone? Is this clear to everyone? Yes. Okay. So now coming on to the next question, which is over subscription. अगला question है over subscription का. So let's read this question. X Limited issued 40,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each. Face value is 10. And the shares are issued at a premium of 2.50 per share. It is issued at a premium of 2.50 per share. The amount was payable as follows. The amount was payable as follows. 2 rupees on application, 4.50 on allotment including premium, and on call, on first call, balance rupees 6 per share. So the face value is 10, 2 rupees is premium. On application, we are receiving 2 rupees. On allotment, we are receiving 4.50. out of which 2 is premium. 2.50. Okay, premium is 2.50. So on allotment, you are receiving total 4.5, out of which 2.5 is premium and the balance 2 rupees is face value. So out of the total face value 10, 2 is called up on application and 2 is called up on allotment. So the balance 6 will be called upon first call. The balance will be called upon first call. Owing to heavy subscription, due to heavy subscription, the allotment was made on pro rata basis as follows. आपने allotment ऐसे करी. Application for 20,000 shares were allotted 10,000 shares. जिसने 20,000 shares मांगे थे उसको हमने 10,000 दिए. Application for 56,000 shares were allotted 14,000 shares. जिसने 56 मांगे थे उसको 14 दिए. An application for 48,000 shares were allotted 16,000 shares. So this is how shares were allotted because of oversubscription. Now it was decided that any excess amount received on application would be utilized on allotment. अगर एप्लीकेशन के टाइम पर कोई भी पैसा फालतू मिला है वो कहाँ यूटिलाइज होगा? अलॉटमेंट पर यूटिलाइज होगा. एंड द सरप्लस वुड बी रिफंडेड. और अगर अलॉटमेंट के बाद भी कोई एक्सेस पैसा बचता है दैट विल बी रिफंडेड. So first we will prepare over subscription table and then we will read the next line. So first we will prepare over subscription table. तो पहले हम लोग over subscription की टेबल बनाएंगे. So what is your oversubscription table? क्या होती है? Applied, allotted, application money received, application money due, excess, allotment due, adjusted in allotment, and then the last one is bank. So this is the table that is known as oversubscription table. Now we will write down that how many shares are allotted to how many applicant. Application for 20,000 shares were allotted 10,000 shares. So 20,000 applied, 10,000 allotted. Then applicant for 56,000 shares were allotted 14,000 shares. So applied 56, allotted 14. An application for 48,000 shares were allotted 16,000 shares. So applied 48,000, allotted 16,000. So this is applied, allotted. Total applications received is 20 plus 56 plus 48. Total applications received are 1,24,000. Total applications received are 1,24,000. And the total shares issued are 40,000. Total shares allotted are 40,000. Now, how much application money will be received? Application money per share is 2 rupees. Application money per share is 2 rupees. And you will receive application money on number of shares applied. हम application किस पे receive करते हैं? जितनी applied होती है. So applied in first category 20,000. 20 multiplied by 2 per share 40,000. In second category applied 56,000. So 56,000 multiplied by 2, 1,12,000. Then 48,000 applied, multiply by 2, it will be 96,000. So this is application money received. do the total. You will do the total. Total will be 2,48,000. Total application money received is 2,48,000. Then we will find out application money due. How much application money should become due? Application money will be due only on the shares that are allotted. So application money becomes due on the number of shares allotted. So how many shares are allotted? 10,000. 10,000 multiplied by 2, 20,000. 14,000 multiplied by 2, 28,000. And 16,000 multiplied by 2, 32,000. So total application money due will be 80,000. Total application money due will be 80,000. Now we will find out the excess amount. अब हम क्या करेंगे? Excess find out करेंगे. So 40 minus 20, 20,000. 1,12,000 minus 28,000. 1,12,000 minus 28,000. 84,000. 96,000 minus 32,000. Kashish, what a joke ना, but मुझे हंसी नहीं आई. Thank you so much. So the total excess amount is 84, 64 and 20. हम इसका total नहीं करेंगे तो भी चल जाएगा. There is no need to do the total of excess amount. Now the next column is allotment due. How much allotment will be due? So allotment also becomes due on the allotted number of shares. Allotment also becomes due on allotted number of share, and allotment per share is 4.5. Allotment per share is 4.5. So allotted number of shares are 10,000. 10,000 multiplied by 4.5, it will be 45,000. Then 14,000 multiplied by 4.5, it will be 63,000. Then next category, 16,000 multiplied by 4.5, it will be 72,000. So this is allotment due. Now what you will do? You will do the total of this. So the total will be 1,80,000. 1,80,000. The total allotment money due is 1,80,000. Now, please pay attention because the main question starts from here. अब यहाँ पर हम लोग स्टार्ट करेंगे मेन चीज. तो मेन चीज स्टार्ट करते हैं. Excess money received is 20,000 in the first category. And allotment due on these shares is 45,000. तो यहाँ पर चलो एक एग्जाम्पल लेते हैं कि मुझे आपसे पैसा लेना है 45,000 और मेरे पास पहले से आपका पैसा पड़ा हुआ है 20,000. तो क्या मैं वो पैसा वापस करूंगी? नहीं करूंगी, because I will say that I have to receive 45,000 from you and I will adjust this amount in that amount. मैं ये 20,000 कहाँ एडजस्ट कर दूंगी? allotment में कर दूंगी. So this 20,000 will now be adjusted towards allotment. I will adjust the excess of first category in the allotment. Coming to second category, which is very amazing. Next category में क्या है? मेरे पास आपका पैसा आना है. I have to receive 63,000 from you. मेरे को आपसे कितना पैसा लेना है? 63,000. I have to receive 63,000 from you. But I am already having 84,000 of yours balance. मेरे पास पहले से आपका 84,000 पड़ा है. तो क्या मैं सारे पैसे रख लूं? क्या मैं सारे पैसे रख लूंगी यहाँ पर? नहीं. You will say that कि you are having 84,000 rupees, you can deduct your balance. फ्रॉम 84,000 मैं कितना रखूंगी? सिर्फ 63,000. From your access, I can only adjust 63,000, which is due at the time of allotment. And the remaining balance, 84,000 minus 63,000, the remaining I have to give you back. So 21,000 I will refund. तो जितना अलॉटमेंट पर ड्यू होना है मैं उतना ही अपने पास एडजस्ट करूंगी, और बाकी पैसा मुझे आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा? रिफंड करना पड़ेगा, वापस देना पड़ेगा. So this was the new thing. And in the third category also, allotment due is 70,000, 72,000, but excess is 64,000. So allotment due is more. Allotment due is more. So the whole excess can be adjusted in the allotment. पूरा का पूरा excess कहाँ चला जाएगा? Allotment में चला जाएगा. Because allotment due is more than the excess. Now there is one hint also. The hint is, sorry, the whole table is now erased. So let me go back to the table. So out of the excess amount and out of the allotment due amount, you will always adjust. You will always adjust the minimum of these two. This is the hint. Out of excess and out of allotment money due, you will always adjust the minimum of two. जो भी कम होता है वो adjust होता है. So 20,000, 45,000, which is minimum. 20,000. So 20,000 will be adjusted. 84,000 and 63,000, which is minimum. 63,000. So it will be adjusted. 64,000 and 72,000, which is minimum. 64,000. So it will be adjusted. So this was the oversubscription table. This was the main thing. Now we can pass the journal entries. अब हम लोग journal entry pass कर सकते हैं. So first entry will be bank account debit to equity share application. How much application money is received? Total 2,48,000. Total application money received is 2,48,000. And it will be transferred to share capital. So equity share application debit to equity share capital 2,48,000. 2,48,000. So these are first two journal entries. These are first two journal entries. Bank to equity share application 2,48,000. Equity share application debit. Sorry, next we will. Okay, this is over subscription. तो मैंने next entry में. Your second entry will be total application money received is 2,48,000. Total application money received is 2,48,000. Out of this amount, how much is adjusted in the allotment? 1,47,000. So second journal entry for application money due, the journal entry will be share application account debit 2,48,000 to share capital. In share capital, you will only write application money due. So application money due is 80,000. To share capital 80,000. Then amount adjusted in allotment, to share allotment 1,47,000, and then the amount refunded to bank 21,000. To bank 21,000. So this will be the journal entry. Second journal entry, share application debit to share capital, to share allotment, to bank. Now we will pass the journal entry for allotment money due. Now we will pass the journal entry for allotment money due. So there is premium at the time of allotment. So journal entry will be equity share allotment debit, 2 equity share capital, 2 securities premium reserve. How many shares are allotted? How many shares are issued? 40,000. Total rupees is 4.5. So equity share allotment debit 40,000 multiplied by 4.5. 2 equity share capital. Out of 4.5, only 2 rupees is the face value and remaining 2.5 is premium. So 2.5 you will write down in premium and 2 rupees face value you will write down in share capital. After passing the entry for allotment money due, you will go back to the question. हमें जाना पड़ेगा question पर वापस. Because this is the main thing of this chapter. The point is, Ram to whom 100 shares were allotted, who belongs to the category 1, failed to pay allotment money. राम जिसको हमने allot करे थे 1000 shares in the first category, he failed to pay the allotment money. So the first category is this one. Now we have allotted 1000 shares to Ram, but he must have applied for a larger number of shares. हमने उसको दिए हैं 1000 shares, लेकिन उसने अप्लाई तो ज्यादा किए होंगे ना, because this is over subscription. So allotted number of shares are 1000. You have to find out his applied number of shares. You have to find out his applied number of shares. How will we find it out? You will divide the applied number of shares by allotted number of shares and multiply by his number of shares. Applied number of shares in the category. Applied number of shares in the category is 20,000. So divide 20,000 by allotted number of shares 10,000 and multiply with the shares of Ram. So 20,000 multiplied by 10,000, 20,000 divided by 10,000, 20,000 divided by 10,000 multiplied by 1,000. It is 2,000. It is 2,000. So how many shares were applied by Ram? कितने shares राम ने मांगे थे? 2,000. The applied number of shares of Ram are 2,000 and allotted is 1,000. Allotted is 1,000. Now we will find out the actual calls in arrears. On 1,000 shares, he is not paying allotment. On 1,000 shares, he is not paying allotment, means he is not paying 4,500 rupees at the time of allotment. At the time of allotment, he is not paying us 4,500 rupees. But at the time of application, he must have paid some excess amount because this is oversubscription. So at the time of application, he must have paid some excess amount. So how much excess amount he had paid on application? The applied number of shares are 2,000, but allotted are 1,000. So he applied for 1,000 more. He applied for 1,000 more, and on these 1,000 more share, he had paid us application money in excess. कितने ज़्यादा shares उसने apply किए थे? 1,000 shares. The difference between applied and allotted is 1,000. And on these excess shares, he had paid us application in excess. So application money paid in excess by Ram is 2,000. Excess application money paid by Ram is 2,000. इसका मतलब ये है, out of these calls in arrears, we have received 2,000 rupees in excess at the time of application. So you will subtract the excess application money. From the calls in arrears, you will subtract the excess money. And the difference is your calls in arrears. So the difference is 2500. The difference is 2500 and these are actual calls in arrears. These are actual calls in arrears. ये हैं actual calls in arrears. So journal entry for allotment will be bank account debit to allotment. The allotment money due is 1,80,000, out of which 1,47,000 is received in advance at the time of application, and there are calls in arrears 2,500. So at the time of allotment, you will receive 30,500 rupees. At the time of allotment, we will receive 30,500 rupees. 1,80,000 minus 1,47,000 minus 2,500. So 30,500 will be received on allotment. 30,500 will be received on allotment. Now we will do the forfeiture of these shares after first call. We will do the forfeiture of the shares after first call. So first we will pass the journal entry for first call due. First we will pass the journal entry for first call due. So equity share first call debit to equity share capital. Issued shares 40,000, first call multiply, first call value 6 rupees, 2,40,000, 2,40,000. Then the full first call money is received? No, full first call money is not received because Ram is not paying first call also. Ram हमें first call भी pay नहीं कर रहा on his 1,000 shares. So Ram is not paying us first call on 1,000 shares, means 6,000 calls in arrears are there. So bank debit to equity share first and final call 2,40,000 minus 6,000. How much amount will be received? 2,34,000. 2,34,000. And then the main entry, we will forfeiture the shares of Ram. We will forfeiture the shares of Ram. The journal entry will be equity share capital debit, securities premium reserve debit, because Ram had not paid allotment and there was 2.50 at the time of allotment. There was premium at the time of allotment, which is also not paid by Ram. So equity share capital debit 1,000 shares multiplied by 10. Securities premium reserve debit 1,000 multiplied by 2.5. He did not pay the allotment and the calls in arrears at the time of allotment was 2,500 rupees. Write the amount that you have calculated through working note. This amount we have calculated through working note. So you will write 2,500 because most of the students will do 1,000 multiplied by allotment 4.5 and they will write here 4,500. बहुत सारे बच्चे यहाँ 4,500 लिख के आएंगे. And the actual calls in arrears are how much? The actual calls in arrears are 2,500. So 1,000 multiplied by 4.5. And 2 equity share first call on 1,000 shares, we are also not receiving first call. 1,000 multiplied by 6. राम ने हमें क्या पे नहीं करा? राम did not pay allotment and he did not pay first call, but he had paid application of rupees 2. He had paid application of rupees 2. उसने application कितने में पे करी है? On how many shares he had paid application money? On 1,000 shares? No, he had paid application to us on 2000 shares, because the shares applied by Ram was 2000. So उसने हमें application money pay किया है 2 rupees, but not on 1000 rupees. He had paid application on 2000 rupees because applied shares were 2000. So 2 forfeited shares, 2000 shares multiplied by 2, 4000 rupees. 2000 multiplied by 2, 4000 rupees. Many students will write it here 1000, and that will be wrong. Application money is always received on the shares applied, and applied shares are 2000. So 2 share forfeiture, 2000 multiplied by 2 and not 1000. So here your question is complete. Now tell me, is there any doubt in this question? Is there any doubt in this question, guys? So if you want more questions like this, if you want to practice more questions like this with us, then you can take Vedantu Commerce Pro Subscription that is available right now for only 2799, because we are giving you flat 20% discount, and to avail this discount you may use my code SCPRO. So go and take your Pro subscription right now to enjoy all the benefits that will surely help you to score good marks. For upcoming notes and session, you may join us on Telegram. The Telegram group name is Vedantu Commerce, and the link is also given in the description box below. And if you guys are new to our channel, if you want to watch more such classes, then please take a moment to subscribe to our channel, and also do like this video and do share this with your friends and family members. This is your math schedule. You will be having your maths classes on alternate day, Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 11 a.m. Now see you all in the next class tomorrow at 6 p.m. same time, same place. Till then, thank you everyone for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed this and it was really helpful. So do give it a big thumbs up and do share this. So bye everyone. See you all tomorrow at 6 p.m. Till then, good night. Have sweet dreams and take care. And wishing you all a very happy Mahashivratri again.